Thank you so much for joining us for our Title I Virtual Math and Science meeting. Today is October 22nd, 2021. My name is Dr. Hamlet. I'm one of the assistant principals here. I'm the assistant principal over Title I. Today, we're going to just go over a brief introduction for our Title I program, the plan and the promise. And then we're going to really go into a lot of resources for math and science that we implement here at GiveWest. You'll hear from Ms. Manier, who is the math department lead and her team of teachers, and Ms. Gray, who's the science department lead and her team of teachers. And of course, as we end all of our Title I meetings and information sessions and workshops, we need you to complete our evaluation, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. The Title I program is the largest federal assistance program for schools. The Title I program provides support to students who are at risk of not meeting the state academic standards. Title I determines funding by the number of students receiving free or reduced price lunch. Title I supports parents and families by offering activities and training opportunities to increase engagement in their schools, in their child's education. The Title I program is school-wide. All students at our school benefit from the Title I funds. Title I supports materials, equipment, technology, professional development, extended learning time, salaries of some teachers, and the parent center. The Plan and the Promise is one of our important documents that supports our family and community engagement initiative. The plan describes how our students will provide opportunities to improve family engagement that will support students' learning at school and at home. All students and their families are invited and encouraged to fully participate in the opportunities described in this plan. A copy of the plan can be found on our GiveWest website and in our Parent Center. The Promise is another engagement activity that supports our family and community. And it is a written agreement that outlines how the school, the students, and the family will work together to ensure your child's academic success. And this is what our program today is, to support how parents can get more involved in their child's education through math and science department. We have several teachers who will be presenting today. Again, Ms. Manier, our department lead, is going to present on math team instruction. Ms. Idle is going to present on Google Classroom in the math classroom. Ms. Rebecca Johnson is going to present on Desmos. Ms. Hale Masai is going to present on Delta Math. Mr. Marty is going to present on Fizzy. And Mr. Jeff Lacey is going to present on IXL. For science department lead, we have Ms. Charmin Gray. She's going to present on science team instruction. Ms. Nixon is going to present on lab and hands-on activities. Ms. Johnny is going to present on USA test prep, and Ms. Young is going to present on our Gizmo and science simulation. So your presenters will be supporting or showing you how we support students through teaching and learning here at GIVE using several different technologies and activities. Please remember that at the end of every presentation that we have for Title I, to complete our evaluation surveys. It's really important to kind of know where we stand with parents as far as view is concerned, if we're giving them the information that is needed to help them be more engaged and more supportive to their child. The link will be found on our school website, GiveWest website. So please, once you view this presentation, please go in and click on that link to complete the evaluation. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact Ms. Garcia, a parent instructional coordinator for the Parent Center, or myself, my name is Dr. Hamlet again. Thank you so much, and be prepared to be engaged on wonderful innovative resources that your child is receiving here at GIFT. Thank you.
Hi, let me introduce you to our wonderful GiveWest math team. I'm going to start with Mr. Marty Standridge. Marty has been teaching with us here at the Give Center for 2 years. He has a lot of enthusiasm and is always ready to do whatever we ask of him. Next, I'd like to introduce Miss Emily Eigel. Emily has taught in our middle school, our high school, and now teaches in our Inspire Academy. She doesn't say a lot in this video about her cookies, but boy, are they delicious. I'd also like to congratulate her on being our Teacher of the Year this year. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Jeff Lacey. Mr. Lacey is a wonderful teacher who has worked in both the high school and the middle school side. Every time I have visited his classroom, his students are engaged and are enjoying whatever they are learning. This is Miss Hallie Sy. This is Miss Sy's second year with us. She's another one of our teachers who joined us during the pandemic. She is always ready to jump right in also, and she has also shown great enthusiasm every time I've been in her class. The kids are never bored and never let down with the excitement they will find in her class. This is Miss Rebecca Johnson. Miss Johnson has been teaching with us for 4 years. She was a paraprofessional with us before that. She is our local Desmos guru, and you'll learn more about that in tonight's presentation. She's also my go-to whenever I need technology help, and she has a great rapport with our students. Next, let me introduce you to Mr. Thomas Wright. Mr. Wright used to be a full-time teacher with us, and then when he retired, he loved us so much, he came back and has been a part-time help. He leads all of our online classes, and he's really great at helping our kids make up all those missed credits. Finally, this is me, Miss Chris Manier. I am the department chair here at Give Center West, and I love my job. I have always wanted to teach and can't think of anything else I would rather do. Despite the fact that some days are very challenging, I can't think of any place I would rather be than here at Give Center West teaching your students. Thank you very much for your time, and welcome to Parent Night.
Hi, this is Ms. Eigel, and I'm going to talk to you briefly about how the math department uses Google Classroom for instruction. Google Classroom is accessed through Google Workspace for Education in the Students Portal. This opens their Google Drive. In the upper right-hand corner on their apps, they would find Classroom. They would then pick the class from all of those they are enrolled in. So I'm going to take a look at 2 classes. Geometry, in the classwork section, has a list of all their independent practice activities. At the top is this geometry progress sheet where students can see a list of their grades for independent practice activities as well as assessments. So if your student is missing an independent practice activity, they would find that section on the left, or they can scroll through the list and find the particular assignment they are missing. These are Desmos self-checking activities, so students get multiple attempts to successfully complete these assignments. Algebra 2 uses Desmos self-checking assignments as well. So if your student knows what assignment they're missing, they can find it here on the left by that section, or they can scroll and find the assignment they're missing. And again, these are self-checking assignments, so students have several attempts to get the correct answer and complete that practice activity.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Johnson and I teach geometry at Give West. I want to talk to you about an online platform called Desmos.com. It's great because it allows students to 1, visualize the content, and 2, receive immediate feedback. I'll show you what I mean. I've already started this first problem, and I'm going to continue with the rule I was following. So the next coordinate would be -2, 6. And I see as I type in that final coordinate, my triangle appears on the graph. So I'm able to visualize the information. When I press submit, it says to keep trying. So I didn't get this problem right. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to make some edits. And I see that this time my triangle is reflected across the x-axis. So I'm going to press submit, and it tells me I'm correct. So this just is a great resource for students to be able to work independently.
Hi, my name is Miss Sai, and I will walk you through Delta Math. Our school uses Delta Math to reinforce the skills taught within the unit. We use Delta Math to sharpen the students' skills independently as they complete the assignments at school or at home at their own pace. This year, the student can access their Delta Math account very easily and quickly. So here is a student portal page. As the student log on, they can just simply click on the Delta Math right here, and it will take them to their student account. So let me here. So here is a sample of a student's account. The student Delta Math account is organized with this blue ribbon for the assignments that the teacher created. So the latest assignment is all the way at the bottom. So if the students are doing this as they are moving along with the teacher, the latest assignment is always at the bottom. And as you can see, it has a title and it has the percentage of completion. Under each assignment, there are skills that the students can practice. For example, this one, graphing a line using slope and y-intercept, students need to practice or show corrections of 2 problems. As a student, he got 0 out of 2, meaning he did not complete this at all. Once the student complete the problem, it will change to 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2, until it says 100% completed for this task. Within each task, if a student can't remember or didn't bring notes home to complete the to complete the skill, the student can watch the help video right here, and it should help the student and remind the student on how to do or complete the specific task. Delta Math is very important for our school, and we use it on a daily basis to reinforce skills taught. So if any way and anyhow that we can help, please reach out to us, the teachers, and we are more than happy to help and walk you through and get the students to complete their assignment on time.
Hi, my name's Marty Standers, and I'm an Algebra 1 teacher here at Give West. There's my face, and now I'm gone. Solving equations and inequalities on quizzes is a nice assessment tool that we like to use here. Gives the kids a chance to earn points by answering questions that are multiple choice. Solving equations and inequalities is one of the quizzes we have that we made, and here are some of the questions. It's a great interactive way for kids to learn. Hope you have a great day.
iExcel is a terrific online math support program that supports our students here at Give West. Students can work on problems that offer background information to help what they're doing now, or we can challenge those that are ready to go ahead and give them a different level content. As you can see on the demonstration, I can pick any grade level from PK all the way through calculus. For example, if I have a 7th grader that is struggling in a particular skill, we can reinforce their learning by using 6th grade skills. On the other hand, if I have an 8th grader who is doing particularly well, I could have them go to Algebra 1 and do some additional work there. iExcel is a great tool. One thing that's fantastic about iExcel is that if you ever get a problem wrong, it will show you if you got it wrong. For example, I'm going to get this one wrong on purpose. I'm just going to put 1 bottle, and it's going to be clearly wrong. It's incorrect. So I go to the bottom, I look and see, sure enough, there's how we solve the problem. So I click got it, and it'll take me back to the next problem. So the best news, parents, is that your kids can practice with you at home. It's an online program, so you don't have to be connected to a school server. So online learning can take place here at school and at home, and we can teach your kids math using multiple levels and multiple strategies. iExcel is a great program. I want to introduce all of you to one of Give West success stories. His name is Archie. Hey Archie, how has iExcel helped your math skills since you've been here at Give?
Mr. Lacey, when I got to Give West, I could only count to 4.
Why just 4, Archie?
I ran out of feet.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I bet that was frustrating. How's your math improved since you've been using IXL?
With a little practice, I can now solve multi-step equations, graph functions, and factor polynomials.
Wow, Archie, you are truly amazing. I want to thank you so much for all the hard work you've put in and what an inspiration you are to all the students here at Give West. Thank you so much.
Thank you, I excel.
A pleasant good evening to everyone. My name is Charmaine Gray. I am the Science Department Chair here at Give Center West. Welcome to the Give West Science Night 2021-2022 school year. As we start tonight introducing to you the phenomenal things we do here in science, let me take this opportunity to introduce to you my science team. And this is me, Charmaine Gray. I teach chemistry and biology to 10th grade and 9th grade students. Then we have Miss Johnny, who teaches physics. Miss Young, who teaches biology and chemistry. Mr. Malloy, who teaches life and earth science. Miss Nixon, who teaches both biology and physical science. And then we have Dr. Collins, who teaches biology and physical science. So these are the teachers that make up our science team.
Hi, welcome to Science Night at Give. I'm Miss Nixon, and I teach currently this year physical science for 8th grade and biology 9th grade. So our science teachers here at Give love to do hands-on experiences with the students when possible. We can provide that experience sometimes in the classroom, and then sometimes we might need a stocked lab room in order to do that. So we have 2 stocked lab rooms like the one behind me here at Give Center. And that way the students can get full lab experience for chemistry, physics, physical science, and their biology classes. Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to the virtual math and science night at Give West High. I'm Mrs. Tani and today I'm going to be talking about USA Test Prep. So USA Test Prep is an online learning platform used by Give West teachers to increase student knowledge in weak areas by completing the practice activities, and that is done by working on the quizzes, videos, practice questions, chess, games, or any other items that are assigned by the teachers, and teachers can track each individual's progress. Students can log in by going on to usatestprep.com/member login, and once they enter that, they will land onto the member login page. They will have to enter the account ID, and that is Give Center West. Their username is going to be the student ID, and their password is also student ID. So once they get in as the member, your child can complete various activities and monitor their progress by navigating to practice at the top of the page and choosing the subject area. Your child can go to the graded work to go and review anything they had previously worked on, as well as figure out what standards they might need to do some additional practice on. If they have a low score, they can click on the pink exclamation point icon, and it will show few activities that your child can work on in that particular standard that can help to increase their knowledge. Also, the game arcade can be accessed in 2 different locations, and the first location is on your child's home page. So they can click game arcade in the blue box on the right. And the second location is on any practice page. They have to look for game arcade icon at the top of the page. So USA Test Prep is a great tool where students can work at their pace and work and practice on the standards or the concepts that they are weak on. Thank you.
Learning with gizmos is fun. But how do you get to gizmos? Log into the eClass portal and select gizmos. That will take you to the Gizmo website where your teachers will assign the assignments for the students. Today, let's take a look at an experiment that if we are doing it in the real life situation, you need a lot of equipment and a very high price that not necessarily available in every single classroom setting. So what happened to a ping pong ball and a watermelon if they are dropped from a very high tower? So the atmosphere pressure condition is, in the real life, we have air resistance. And let's see what happened to the air resistance have on watermelon and ping pong ball. So we take it up to the highest part of the tower and we drop it. And you can see that watermelon is not affected by the by the air resistance, but ping pong ball is. So we said that. How about we take it to the moon where there's no air resistance? There you go. We have arrived in the moon. They hit the ground at the same time. So students will be able to see the difference with and not without air resistance in this experiment. How about the speed? Well, that will require a lot of equipment to take it up and place it down the tower. So with this gizmo experiment, students can see that I will put down up. See? Let's just say they're still using ping pong ball and watermelon, and I drop it and see what happens to their speed. At this point, because it is under the no air vacuum situation, so both of them will travel about the same speed, and they both have reached 25 meters per second. How about with air resistance? As you can see, watermelon will overcome the air resistance and travel faster than the ping pong ball. Ping pong ball is much slower than the watermelon. So this is how gizmos can help students study for science.